actually need in our lunch. This is fruit. Look good, don't it? It's juicy too. Imagine the reaction that other people have to you when you have the fruit of the Spirit. Go to Galatians 5:22. Galatians 5:22. And it says, but the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, 23, gentleness, self-control. Against such things there is no law. 24. Now those who belong to Christ Jesus have been crucified with flesh, with its passions and desires. If we live by the Spirit, let us also walk by the Spirit. The last time I talked about the fruits of the Spirit, I used grapes, but I didn't have any grapes. But I will say this. Any fruit that you have, if you have love, if you have joy, if you have peace, the great thing about this fruit is it's all natural. You can give it away. It will regenerate. If I have the gift of joy and I impart it into you, you'll have it and I'll just have more. But if you don't have anything, you can't give anything. Other thing that you need. Go with me to Luke 3. Next time I preach, I need the kids to be in here again. Yes, I do. Now this is actually the sandwich. There's actually substance on here. It's a peanut butter and jelly, but the protein is here because it has sustaining power. Just like Jesus. Luke chapter 3. No, I'm sorry, I said it backwards. Luke 11. Okay, Luke 11, and starting at the first verse, and it says, it happened that while Jesus was praying in a certain place, after he had finished, one of his disciples said to him, Lord, teach us to pray, just as John also taught his disciples. And he said to them, when you pray, say, Father, hallowed be your name, your kingdom come. Give us each day our daily bread. We need Jesus daily. Daily. Go to Psalms 42, 1 through 2. I just want to make sure that you have plenty to know what you can do. This is a starting point. But the other thing that you need is the living water. The Lord created us to need him, spiritually and physically. He didn't create anything that doesn't need to be fed or sustained. There's no creature made that doesn't need water. We're 70% water. So if our bodies need water, what do you think our spirits need? Psalms 42. One through 2. As the deer pants for the water brooks, so my soul pants for you, O God. My soul thirsts for God, for the living God. And that's all we have anymore. But when we have all of those things that were complete, even Jesus had to replenish. He took time. If you read the scriptures, it says often that Jesus went by himself to pray. He fed the people, but he met every need. He met the physical need, he met the spiritual need. He calls us as his disciples to do the same. If we see someone that needs a coat, and you know that in your closet you have 5 coats, knowing that you haven't worn 3 of them in the last 2 winters, and you say, well, the Lord bless you, honey. I pray that you get a coat. Wrong. We can't meet. A person could be seeking God, but because the enemy comes in, he has us focused on the wrong thing. He'll have us focused on the temporal and what's temporary and what's in the physical and what's in the natural so much that you can't talk to them about the love of God.